Taurus. Hi, beautiful babies. It's me, Sarah, with Sapphire Pony Tarot. Um, so, y'all, I am getting two things, second half of August, but two waves came in. Overall, I'm feeling like this really happy-go-lucky energy. You could probably sense it. I feel light. I feel Yeah, I was about to say non-heavy, but that's the same thing as saying light. The other thing, and this doesn't necessarily mean bad or good, it can mean both. I feel the urge to indulge a little bit. Like I want to taste delicious food, maybe indulge in going out and being with friends, as possible as that is right now. And with balance, that's perfect. I think the only thing to potentially watch out for would be, overindulging, you know, eating everything in sight that's delicious. I wouldn't blame you. There's no judgment here. Okay, kids, so I am going to do your spread, and it's a general reading, but I will bring out any messages, love, finance, career, self. I'm all about that self. That usually ladders up to everything. And yeah, let's get started. And again, no extended readings right now. I'm just going to do all of it in one. I'm getting started, so I would just appreciate any constructive feedback or a thumbs up. All right, that's enough. Happy-go-lucky energy, man. I'm telling you. Okay, Taurus, what you got? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, really positive stuff so far. Mm-hmm. Okay, cats. So just to be perfectly honest, I think I had this deck upside down. Every single card came out blocked, are turned upside down, but I'm reading it as them turned, all of them turned right side up. That was my bad. But in the case, I don't think this applies to the majority of you. Whatever I'm saying could also mean that these things apply, but that are really, really blocked at this point. So overall energy, it is that energy. I am just sensing so much energy, collaboration, being very giving. Taurus, the Tauruses I know are not that they're not generous, but they tend to be really, one of their values really is security and stability, taking care of themselves first, especially on a financial level. So what I see kind of swimming around in your subconscious is this Four of Pentacles, which is security, especially in the material sense. And to me, that's just an innate quality. But your goal is giving and receiving, this great balance, giving to people who might not have as much as you right now. or even being in receptive mode and receiving from others. Again, it's funny with Tauruses, I feel the ones I know, like, never want to burden somebody and ask for favors. They're so self-sufficient. So I'm loving to see that there's this opening of receptive energy. Sometimes it's hard and it feels awkward to be receptive. I understand that. Right as I said that, it just tied in. I'll get to that. So I was kind of seeing how I wanted to present this. Your current energy, Ace of Swords, baby. So really swift mental clarity, just breakthroughs, having success, being in the early stages of a new venture, but being sharp, on point, knowing exactly what you want. Aces to me are a gift. They're a gift from the universe. It's something that has been planted inside that now you can take, and you've got enough energy to run with it. You're not questioning. And because being earth signs, fixed earth signs, it sometimes takes intellectual clarity versus heart clarity, both, but sometimes that intellectual clarity mindset is really what you need to be convinced that it's a good idea. And right as I'm saying this, the block, High Priestess. So some intuition, and this is what I was getting to as far as the Six of Pentacles of giving and receiving. This block immediately spoke to me about the High Priestess is the ultimate divine feminine, she and the Empress, but the divine feminine is all about receiving, just being and receiving. So I see this as potentially something that you're working on. The idea, maybe you're in the giving stage, because this, I mean, you see the man is handing this yellow caped man some gold. You might already be in the giving mode, and this doesn't necessarily even mean wealth. This could be emotional giving. This could be providing love and support for those you care about, for coworkers, for randoms that you see in the store. Like, even that small exchange of giving love, it contributes to raising the consciousness of our entire planet. I know that sounds far-fetched and cray, but it actually doesn't. It doesn't sound far-fetched, and it's not. But yes, also tapping into this intuition. Tapping into your intuition. Feel comfortable going with your gut. Like I said, and we'll get a little more into this, your energy is swift and fast. You're using a lot of your mental, like using your mind. This is about getting in touch with your intuition as well and having a balance. So the next steps, so Ace of Swords is all about having that initial spark, but it's not manifested yet. It hasn't come completely to fruition. And I think what it's saying is, in order to do that, make sure this intuition, you're really tapped in. Past energy that you're bringing in, Knight of Wands, fire energy, passion, drive, coming in with confidence, whatever it is that you're working towards. We'll get a little more clarification, but I just get the sense that you have this refreshed energy, and perhaps that's why you've been indulging. Maybe you got some really good news. Maybe there has been a shift at work. There's Pentacle energy on here, which does suggest more of things in a material sense, but that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be material. It can It can be in a relationship. It can be a new spark of someone that you just met that you're stoked about. It could be a new spark in a relationship that has been in existence for a while and it's being reestablished. There's a renewed vitality. And then near future, y'all, 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. So something that you've been working towards is coming into fruition. This guy too, again, kind of tapping into that feeling of indulgence a little bit. Make sure that you practice gratitude. The darker side of this card is arrogance, overindulgence. With the Ace of Swords, though, being a present energy, I feel like you're keeping your wits about you. Like you're keeping a mindset, you're keeping an eye and know yourself well enough to know that you could have a tendency to veer in that lane and keeping it steady. And Spirit, love this advice. This is the advice card, the Fool. Brand new beginnings. It speaks a lot to me with this Ace of Swords. It's coming into something with confidence, something brand new. I mean, he is the beginning of a brand new, exciting journey, and not fearing the roadblocks or the challenges. He's coming into it relaxed, chill, having fun, which is really what we should all do. It's like when we put higher stakes on something, like a job or a project or a relationship, we suddenly stop having the fun with it. It gets so serious, and the Fool's energy is like, just relax. And I feel like you're doing that. Like I said, happy-go-lucky energy. I feel like you're doing that. If you're not, get into that space. I mean, there are really only 2 options. You can choose to go into it with that energy, or being serious and afraid of failure everywhere. You don't know the outcome. Might as well go in enjoying yourself. Treat yourself. The way you're handling the whole everything in your current energy, 3 of Pentacles. So you're collaborating. You're working with people. Again, the Pentacle energy, I get a sense this is a new venture, and it could be a partnership at work. It could be a project, but harmony. People are listening to you. You're feeling confident in what you're saying and what you are providing. You're in the midst of creating something that can manifest into something broader for the good of the people or the system or the whatever it is. Lost my train of thought there for a second. So I do that sometimes, and then I just hang on words. Just roll with it. As far as fear and hopes and fears, which can play off of each other. Another sign got this as well. I want to say it was Scorpio. The 4 of Cups. So maybe having a lot of options coming your way. Fear of too many options. Fear of not being able to make a decision. Fear of something being right next to you and not seeing it. That's a really weird fear, but I relate to that so much, especially if you do inner work, if you're trying to uncover pieces of yourself. And this can really relate if you're doing a new project or venture that you're putting your heart and soul into, is you want to be the best version of yourself. So the worst thing for someone who is working on themselves is for some dark piece being just floating around right here and you not seeing it. That could be a bit of a stretch. We'll get some clarification on that. Or your hopes really is to make the right decision. Hopes and fears. So hoping to make the right decision, afraid of making the wrong decision. It can also mean lots of things are coming at you at once and you're just saying, no, not right now, maybe later. But when things are presenting themselves, you have to consider them. Sometimes it can make the process of what you're doing a little more confusing, but ultimately you're getting down to the grain of what it is you want. And as far as the outcome, got this Knight of Swords. I think talking the next step, you're at the Ace of Swords and moving into the Knight. The Knight goes all in. He is full of action. He is full of stamina. He is full of confidence. He chooses to dive in, think later. And I don't think that's always a bad thing. I think switching these energies, if you're afraid of sitting and being in a contemplative state and not making a decision, I feel like you're not going to do that at all. And by the energy of this spread, this contemplative state could be your old patterns, old ways sneaking up and not wanting to repeat that. Because I see even this recent past energy of the Knight of Wands, you're galloping in there. It's not a matter of if you are thinking too long or not. It looks to me like you're not. All right, let's get some clarifiers. Tell me about the High Priestess as the obstacle. What else does Taurus need to know about the High Priestess? Intuition. What else does Taurus need to know? More swords. Anything else? Okay, that's a lot. Yeah. These are the first two that came out. Anxiety, trickery. Your intuition is not going to trick you or betray you. And it's not there to scare you, make you feel anxious. When you're really tapped in, it can feel scary at first. Sometimes things can seem too good to be true. Isn't that weird? You get anxious at awesome stuff. It's super weird. But your intuition's there to guide you, to be there, to help you tap into your highest self. It's just the process of learning to trust it. These three came out too. I'm reading this, Two of Pentacles. Change. Don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of having a temporary state of juggling new responsibilities. Comes with the territory. This guy's not stressed out. Every time I see the Two of Pentacles, I'm like, he's dancing. He's fine. And these two cards, very powerful. Hermit energy, temperance energy, patience, balance. Two of Pentacles is about balance to me too. Balancing that head energy with the heart. Hermit, getting really, really in touch with your inner self. Going deep. Maybe self-isolating for a little bit. Taking space for yourself. Even if you don't go into full-on recluse mode. Making sure you have time during the day to yourself. Alone, quiet, solitude, with your thoughts, feel in your body. Yeah. Tell me about this wish fulfillment. What is this Nine of Cups in the near future? This Taurus needs to know about Nine of Cups. Go at it again. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm gonna cry. King and Queen of Pentacles. This could be a relationship and the world. Lord Jesus. This could be a new relationship, or this could be a relationship that is or becomes or is renewed as very stable, very rooted in abundance, calm, collected, wise energy, being surrounded by comforts, not necessarily gaudier, ostentatious comforts, thinking of like, doesn't have to be keeping up with the Kardashians kind of glam. That's the word I wanted. Also, I like the Kardashians. No hate. Only love. This is a very, very stable, calm, flowing energy. This also represents power in both the masculine and feminine energies. So if you're here as identified as a feminine energy, this is speaking to you, even if it's not a relationship. Just being abundant within yourself, being able to nurture those you love while also being able to support yourself. And the same with the divine masculine, the very, very, not necessarily fatherly energy, although it could represent a father figure, but someone who provides, takes care of a family, of himself. Both these cards have done very well for themselves in the material sense. Usually financially well off, are getting to that point. In the world, it just means everything. A cycle completion, a rebirth, good fortune, the universe. Taurus, things are changing for you in a great way. And if you aren't already, again, with the intuition card, feel it coming. Feel it coming. Because it is. Let's see what else Spirit says. Tell me more about the Fool. Advice. Fast action. Action coming. That usually means receiving news. Travel. Air travel even. Getting prepared for that. What else? Let's do one more. What else? Yeah. Queen of Cups. Powerful cards, guys. Being in touch with your emotions. Emotional stability. Compassion. Love. Exercising these things while you have this wish fulfillment. Don't forget to feel, share, give, receive this love. The Queen of Cups is compassionate, pouring with love for herself and others, and really able to maintain emotional stability even when she's being challenged. Leads with her heart first. Again, that's really the big message that I'm getting with y'all. Don't forget to incorporate your heart into these decisions. You're going to be just fine with your intelligence and your hard work. Make sure that the heart space is activated as well. Let's get a little bit more about the Four of Cups. What's up with that? What's with these hopes and fears? Ooh. You scared it's going to go too slowly? Go too slow? It's not. Patience. You scared of a new beginning? Potential travel, potential move overseas, potential for just something that shatters your everyday life. You're thinking about it. You're thinking about that. Yeah, because Taurus I think y'all are known for your creatures of comfort. I forgot, yeah, you have this Temperance card as well. If you're feeling this, patience, balance, things happen in divine timing. Trust me, that's been a hard lesson for me. Still learning it. You could be a little apprehensive. I think you're more nervous. I think you're more excited than nervous. Could be a 70-30 split. Or maybe you're thinking about that, but thinks, if you get these other offers, should you take that? I get the sense you don't want to be overwhelmed with choices. You might be. I don't think you'll be overwhelmed. Don't be afraid of that. You have to make some choices. You'll make it. It won't be as bad as you think. Let's look at the outcome, the Knight of Swords. What else is in store for Taurus? Second half of August, the Knight of Swords. Y'all. Another ace, another gift. This could be new love. This could be a new something, the spark, the creation that you're working on with the swords. This is you tapping into that heart energy and putting your joy and heart into it for a new project, or really that this speaks to a creative endeavor. Injustice. This is a very favorable card for a good outcome. It typically means in a legal situation, if for whatever reason you are involved in something, that it's so specific to legal. It's the only card in the deck that really talks about that. Or you could be dealing with a Libra. This could be an Ace of Cups in connection with a Libra. Or yeah, it could mean what you are wanting, what you are hoping for. If you've put out good into the world, you've done your karmic duty, paid off your debts, justice will be served in your favor. Overall energy for Taurus. Overall energy. Anything else for them to know? Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. Again, all those aces. Gifts, man. Okay. Only one card wanted to come out, and I think this is solid advice. He had a lot of cards come out during the obstacle, but moving on to calmer waters, moving into something, leaving behind the old so that you can embrace the new. The swords, yeah, lots of swords here. Swords could represent, make sure you have relinquished memories, bad relationships that no longer serve you, people, so that this can come in. Oh, no. The universe wants you to have this. I think that's new love for those of you. It feels like new love. It feels like something that's, even if you're currently in a relationship, it's something new and exciting that's coming. Could be another step in the relationship, a renewed spark. Whew, Taurus, had to take a breath. Like my heart is beating kind of fast. Okay. All right, y'all. Looks great. I will see you next month. Mwah.